Winners finals.
Oh, the only difference between any of these players is going to be that Amethyst pick. Having a cannon in a sea of hammers may very well be a great advantage for Poe, but that's going to require taking Yellowflash and Saani off the stage very early on.
Gonna juggle him a little bit, keep him up in the air. Ooh, nice side air.
Oh,
okay,
geez,
so I had to get that names got a little mixed up there. Yellowflash, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. I mean, you have Roman Reigns 1. I'm sorry, you have Undertaker 1 and Undertaker 2.
It does make things a little difficult.
Okay. Things are looking good to start things off. Poe's providing a lot of support with the light attacks off the hands of the cannon.
Ooh,
Grab
nice.
the cancel neutral sig off of FXL. We have a lot of great chemistry coming off from Red Team. Yellowflash and Saani don't know as much. They've been in the consistent second and third place throughout these 2v2s. The fact of the matter is that they've already defeated their placements from last championship to lose out in the tournament, sending them to the lower bracket, that being Heretics. It's going to bring
nice
Saani
there.
down to potentially that final stock.
A ground pound's gonna finish it off from Poe. Oh, his teammate fell as well though, but I think that's a very even trade. His red team holds on to this 4 stock to 3 advantage. FXL, the stop, couldn't get the follow-up side light off the left side. Poe was gonna go over and legend swap, couldn't quite find it though. Trying to work those side lights in neutral, finally got a dare on top of Yellowflash, continuing to recover him out, keeping the spacing with the nair. Yellowflash is gonna get the stare and the stomp to get back into neutral.
And Poe's doing such a great job isolating the 1v1s, ensuring that FXL can win the duel. That's Yellowflash losing their second stock, and Sane's been able to survive quite a bit off the hands of Poe.
Poe went ahead and fell, but they still hold on to this advantage, especially if FXL can continue to tank out the stock. The sweat beads out. He's not gonna have any options to get back, and just like that, that stock is gone. They're still holding on to a very nice advantage as Poe, though, gets taken up on a little bit of a hammer ladder there.
Poe and FXL have been undefeated in 2v2s. The fact of the matter is that the first set on stream has been this close, has been so good. But it is game 1. FXL off stage, great gravity cancel shut down against Yellowflash. Nowhere for him to go. A very solid game 1.
Very solid game 1 coming from FXL and Poe. We're gonna see these stats now. We see FXL coming out with 603 damage off of that Taros, and so FXL coming off of 603 damage and 69% held on the hammer with 472 of that damage coming off that hammer.
That's ridiculous. And even though Amethyst didn't do nearly as much damage as FXL, the fact of the matter is that the cannon was great at making sure Yellowflash and Saani were not able to work those 2v1 combos together, really made sure that these two players that have dominated the 1v1s are able to play their own game.
Absolutely. We're gonna see if we can get any sort of adjustment from a Yellowflash and a Saani as we come in for a game number 2.
You're a 2v2 god yourself, so would you rather have the double Undertaker or have a Taros Amethyst?
Oh no, that's not me, but definitely the no, I'm a ones guy.
Really?
But the double Thor though is very we'll call it unorthodox. But then again, you know, the hammer is so good right now. Orb is so good right now, and if they've been labbing the double Thor, then should work out pretty well for them. But the Amethyst and Taros, as meta as it can get here in 2s, being able to have both those axes, Cannon's been doing work, and then of course that hammer kit off of the Taros as well. And we are going to end up in Demon Island for game number 2. FXL Poe going up against Yellowflash and Saani.
I like to switch away from Fortress of Lions over to Demon. There's not as much ledge to work off of. Might be harder for FXL to go off stage and get those overextensions off of blue team. Poe might also struggle here off stage too, but the big advantage here is going to be the side airs coming out from the cannon.
Absolutely, being able to mix things up with that cannon is super helpful. Ooh, Stomp's going to go ahead and whiff. Saani going to be able to get behind him with the hammer, but gets sent right back over to the right side.
It's still very careful from red team. Yellowflash off stage, tries to bait out Poe. Saani's in a great spot for maybe. No, not the scoop. Even the potential for a side air was out, but it wasn't enough. FXL sets things up. Yellow off stage. All of blue team hit with a double break dance. A huge double KO.
Yeah, and the option was great. I mean, it was not what I expected, but coming through with the unarmed, being able to clean everything up. Ooh, a little mix up in the air there. Saani going to be able to catch a landing. He's still working unarmed. The recovery's going to go ahead and finish up the stock on Poe. FXL's going to be sent out as well off the Sair. And blue team is coming out with a vengeance, keeping things very, very close here in game number 2.
Dude, I'm so glad you mentioned that because Yellowflash right now has less than 60 damage. He can easily bring this back if he can capitalize on Poe going deep off stage. But no, it's the 1v1s again. Saani's brought into the air. A double ledge guard from red team. Yellowflash just needs to play patiently, but of course, as I say that, another side air from the hands of FXL. That's another double kill! And you know what we say about that, Slow?
What do we say?
Holy moly!
He said the thing. There we go. But that lead, or the closeness that there was, the equalness that there was, is all but gone as FXL and Poe are continuing to extend this lead. Although Saani trying to send Poe over, but he catches 2 nairs underneath it. Great punish from a Poe.
I want to see more 2v1 combos come out from blue team, but they're also wanting to play these 1v1s just like Poe and FXL. But there goes Saani. Yellowflash is the only survivor. Oh no, that's okay. Still 3 stocks.
Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot to work with. See what he's going to be able to do on the store. So far, though, the hammer is working out not too bad, but oh no, they set up with the axes, finishes off with the recovery, and just like that, they are up a 2-0.
Not as much damage coming out from FXL in game 2, but fact of the matter is that you have a wider stage. It helped benefit Poe a lot more than we saw from the double Undertaker.
I agree. We see this super slow motion get it done down there in the bottom left corner.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh, and there it is.
Replays. You know, as much as great as they were, I'm really focused on this Legend Select because we are moving away from the double Undertaker. It's a Tesca and a Bryn to go up against FXL and Poe.
All right, getting a little more meta for 2s here.
Okay.
Boots absolutely do work. Tesca signature kit, great in 2s, and of course Bryn. I mean, we can talk about Spear all day long. It's in a great spot, and then of course holding on to that axe.
Now, is Yellowflash and Saani opting to go for the 1v1 double singular fights again, or are they going to want to play more together in neutral?
Well, I don't think that the 1v1 strat is going to work out for them very well, especially when you go up against somebody like FXL and Poe. They've been so dominating in the space. I don't think splitting them up. I think as well as Poe and FXL place in 1s, I don't think that that's going to be a good strat to be able to trying to isolate them.
It seems like Poe and FXL may be aware of this too. They're opting to play it slightly more towards neutral. High up into the air though, both the blue team have taken a wealth of damage, over 110 each. Yellowflash may not be long for this world though. Almost didn't make it back onto the stage. Poe does have more groundwork to work for the ledge. A side air is out. That's the Bryn gone. But Adair is going to secure the first stock against Yellowflash. No,
he's able to get back up. It was unfortunate because he was getting really good aerials just a second before that. Ooh, that Nair is going to finish him off. And then he got sent down to the bottom and got worked by red team. Ooh, nice.
That was risky.
But it was necessary. Saved the stock and was able to confirm on red team. Poe though is going to go ahead and do cannon things, send him way out. I love the follow up from FXL. He wasn't able to connect, but he was out there unarmed, trying to follow up on his teammate to confirm that stock.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we haven't seen a ton of follow-ups from Yellowflash outside of maybe high up on top of the blast zone or deep down below. But even then though, great ledge guard. That's going to send Poe away to their second stock. FXL has barely taken any damage.
Okay, Yellowflash is going to go ahead and get touched coming back up stage. Still unarmed, looking for a drop. He can't find one. There you go, boots on, and he's going to get sent out, and he's on his final stock. FXL and Poe standing strong on Miami Dome, holding it down with a full 2-stock advantage over blue team. And Poe's continuing to get those aerials with the cannon. Yellowflash trying to touch. He does with the Nair. Misses the one coming back up. Poe's going to go ahead and ring it all the way back to center stage. Yellowflash gets caught on the edge. He's gonna have a really hard time getting back, especially after whiffing that nair. Oh no, but we see FXL being taken up off the top.
Yeah, great 1v1 coming up from Saani. Yellowflash distracting Poe. The double side air only connects once, but 120 damage each for both the blue team. It doesn't seem like they'll be long for this world. It's Yellowflash, potentially their final stock in the upper bracket. Have to survive, but one nair in the air. Yellowflash continues on. Can they recover? Gravity cancel, sidelight. Yellowflash just barely makes it back, but a recovery seals the deal. FXL and Poe, as dominant as ever, head on forwards.
Yeah, and that's the exact word I was gonna use, just domination. FXL and Poe, but we've talked about it, you talked about it, they've been so dominating in this region. They have been so dominating in twos, and just like that, in 3-0 fashion, gonna go ahead and send Yellowflash and Saani packing